All right, so we made our way out to the desert, which great day out here.
Beautiful.
Jordan made his way down from Salt Lake City, Utah, which is super cool. Now we're talking about rock sliders, so maybe Jordan will have to leave his truck a little longer with us.
Catch a flight home instead of a 9.5-hour drive.
So, and how this came about, or how we're starting to talk about this, is now that we get this truck out here in the desert and we really look at it, being a long bed, the long bed on this truck is awesome. Like it's awesome. Like
I love it.
I really wasn't sure that I would like the long bed, but now after seeing it in person and then kind of see the way it looks done up like this, it has a perfect stance to it. And I think we did the right thing and decided on the plus 35 offset on this. You know, we had talked about the 0, we talked about the plus 25, and then here we're set on a plus 35.
Yep.
And I feel like it's just enough poke outside the wheel well on this truck to really, it still looks really good. And then here another good thing for those guys that are out there trying to get their truck set up, with a plus 35 and a 285, 75, 17, with that offset, we don't even have to remove the inner fender support bracket in here.
Yep, no rubbing.
It stays in there, no rubbing at all. And this has got our lift kit, both front and rear in it. So it works out really well. Like I told you before though, if you were really gonna take this out in the desert and get after it and articulate the truck and have the wheel at full steering lock and then pushing the tire up into the wheel well, I'd probably unbolt that. But you know, if you don't need to take it out, then don't.
I've already admitted to being a pavement princess.
Yeah, so there we go. So it's really probably not necessary. We talked about driving out here into the desert. This is probably the most off-roading that the truck will probably see.
That's exactly right.
So,
you've done it. You broke it in.
So, and then I heard you were talking about how it was us talking about the turning radius or the scrub radius, as some of the guys talk online, that you said that that's kind of one of the things that said, hey, you know, you guys do this. This is your business. This is what you do. And obviously, I'd rather have you guys do my truck and make that journey. And we're grateful for that. I mean, that's a long ways. You know, so
yeah, no, absolutely. This was the first one I had seen a video on with Jeff being out here in the desert and showing the different offsets. I hadn't seen the plus 35, but all it took was a phone call, him explaining it to me, trusting, and now we know it sticks out just an inch outside the fender, and it looks perfect in my opinion.
Yeah,
so.
I mean it is. It's exactly 1 inch outside the fender.
Yep.
And it is. It's a great look. And then after taking measurements, being this a long bed. This is a four-wheel drive. That one we had done was a two-wheel drive, but this is a four-wheel drive. And how nice it sits front to back. We're 23 3/4 from the center of the axle there, and we're 24 inches back there. So we're literally a 1/4 inch difference between the front and the back on this truck, and it has a really good look. And we had taken and had put it in at first without the rear puck in it, just to kind of see how close it was, and we realized that it needed the rear puck in this. But the stance on this truck is awesome, and then the underground color just really makes it unbelievable. So
it pops.
It does, and I think like it's in its perfect environment, its element out here, out in the desert with the color. So, you know, we hope you guys enjoy it, and if you guys have any questions on any of this stuff, please don't hesitate to comment, ask, or reach out to us. We're always willing to help. Like here, Jordan, you reached out and we talked on the phone, and you know, for me, it's about helping someone, whether it brings you to us or it doesn't bring to us. I'd rather answer someone's questions for them and at least put them down the right road, whether it's our stuff. I say this all the time, whether it's our stuff or somebody else's stuff. Now, our stuff isn't always what people need. There's a lot of their options out there, and there's a lot of their good options out there. There's a lot of options that are better than our stuff that's out there. But I think for the factory suspension that's on your truck, and what you're going to use it for, and for a lot of people what they're going to use their trucks for, it's, you know, to take a brand new truck and then rip the suspension out of it and throw it in the trash can and go spend a whole bunch of money on stuff that you're really not even going to utilize. And it does its job. It does really well, and we do feel as a company, and as being the business owner, or one of the business owners, because my wife's really the boss.
That's how it is.
You know, doing our lift kit, I feel like it's the best solution out there for the factory suspension. If you're going to use your factory suspension at full compression, at full extension, it's not overextending the axles, at full compression. The nice thing about this, at full compression, running a 35-inch tire, it still doesn't hit the top of the wheel well at full compression. And that's really nice that it's got our lift on it. You can go to full compression on it and it still doesn't hit the wheel. And then being a 285 leaves even a little bit more room for you. But we knowing that it works and goes through its paces and works the way it's designed for all that.
And driving over here, the drive was perfect. I mean, again, I mentioned to you, right? I'm like, man, this is smooth. This feels good. Feels like a truck, not too stiff, right? We're not too loose, so I think it's perfect. super proportionate with the long bed, the way it sticks out. I think 10 out of 10, super stoked.
And these all-terrain tires, and then running the 6-ply versus, like we talked about, the 8-ply and the 10-ply, just way overkill for what this truck needs. So I think all in all, it's great. I love to hear when you get home what your experience was driving home in it, because it's obviously 9 hours. Just to hear what your take is on everything.
For sure. No, I'm excited.
Moving forward. So, Jordan,
thanks so
much. Thank
Appreciate
you so much. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed.